Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Low Gamer Girl and we are back with another speed build. Today we are doing the second half of my videos. I did her apartment, now we're doing his. I'm so proud of myself for getting this done. It was very intimidating for me at first and I wanted to just scrap the idea altogether. But I pushed myself to just get this done, and I really like how it turned out. I feel like it fits the sim that will be living here perfectly, which you guys will be meeting soon, hopefully. I'm still trying to work on getting San Myshuno done, but once it's done, you guys will be meeting these main characters, I promise. But let's talk about this build. I will go ahead and insert my inspiration photos right here. So yeah, that's what I had as inspiration, and I tried to fulfill that as best as I could. Of course, I can't like copy it to a T, so I just did the best I could and I feel like it's perfect. I just love looking at it. I'm really proud of myself for it. I wanted it to be dark and moody, but also very, very cool and masculine, I guess. I don't know. I had to burp. Anyways, yeah, so I start off with the kitchen because I liked the original layout of this downstairs area and having the kitchen in the back. So I decided to just start there and move on and see where my brain goes. This kitchen I redid several different times and I cut out a lot of it because I don't want to waste your time watching me pick out cabinets and stuff. So I show you a couple of the variants of the kitchen, and then I feel like the last one that I decide on is a perfect representation of the inspiration photo. Wow, that was a lot for Elmo. I stepped away because I wanted a bowl of ice cream, and now I can't even remember what I was talking about. But in case you're wondering, I have a bowl of butter pecan, my favorite. If you don't like it, you're weird. Just kidding, all jokes, but here is the first rendition, which I feel like looks like the inspiration photo, just more modern. I have pecan stuck to my tooth. This is annoying, but I still love it. Anyways, yeah, it's more modern than the inspiration photo. And it wasn't like a warm, dark enough walnut tone. And so then I switched to this one, hoping that I could give that oven combo to work, but still didn't work out. I did not like this at all. Maybe I'll use this in a different place, but not this one. I wanted it to be perfect because I'm a perfectionist. It's in my Virgo nature. Anyways, so after this rendition of the kitchen, I end up finding the cabinetry I was looking for, and I end up using that. But let's go ahead and talk about the sim that will be living here a bit. So I wanted his space to be dark and moody and also kind of warm and comfortable. I feel like that's where he would thrive best, is just that kind of environment. And I feel like this is a perfect example of the kind of guy he is. He loves to cook, so I made sure to give him that beautiful stove. His mother originally taught him how to cook, and now it's his favorite thing to do. It brings him a sense of peace whenever he is in the kitchen. And it's also his love language, is how he tells people he loves them, is by making them a good, hearty meal. So I wanted to give him a nice little kitchen for that. I imagine that if he's not in the kitchen, he is probably reading somewhere in the house. Maybe he'll be in the gym, but he probably spends most of his time reading or in the kitchen just trying out new recipes. Stepping away from my sim for a moment, this is the countertops and cabinetry I decided on, which, perfect! Sorry, it's perfect. I love it. But yeah, anyways, back to what I was talking about. Yes, he does have this beautiful kitchen. Although he does have such a large kitchen and he also has a large dining space, which you will see in a moment, he doesn't like to host. He likes to stick to himself and that's where he's happiest, is just being alone. He doesn't have any pets, not many friends that he at least would consider friends, maybe acquaintances. He just prefers solitude. And I feel like this is the perfect space for a man that's well off in his life and is in his late 20s, living by himself in Samish, he has a little bachelor pad. This is ideal for him, which, by the way, isn't too bad. I I think it's really good. I love this space. But I have finished up the kitchen. I'm now gonna do this little nook over here to our left because that wall was super empty. And at first, I wanted to do maybe a coffee bar right there. And as you saw, I was trying to put the bar right there, but it just didn't fit. So I decided to instead just put a feature wall, but right now I'm making sure that the lights aren't standing out too much. I want them to be very sleek and not have all the attention on them because it's just kitchen lights. But this is where I start to look for some things to put on the wall, and that's when I found these like wood slats. They're CC, and I didn't even know I had them. I don't know what they're for, but I love them, and I'm glad I found them. It was hard to get them perfectly lined up, but I think I did good for what it's worth. I think I did pretty decent. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Oh, and that little horsey picture, that little area, I tied that together really nicely. I'm actually proud of myself for that. Just that small corner right there. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. But moving on to this bar area, I'm gonna change this just because I want to add cabinets. Maybe, maybe because there's cabinets right there, and I don't want to seem like one long thing of cabinets. I don't know, but for the most part, I do like it. I just feel like it's missing something, and I couldn't figure out what, but I still love it. I wanted him to have the nice little decal on the bar and everything. Like I said, he's not a man that hosts, but if he were to host, he has a really good space to do so. I think it's perfect. There's a few statues around here and plenty of plants. I feel like he is a man that's into plants and taking care of stuff like that. Just not friendships and animals. He's more of a plant person. They don't talk, you know? So there's that. But I think I'm almost done. I couldn't figure out how I wanted this space to look. Like, I kept bouncing back and forth between which side I wanted the picture and the light to be on, which was annoying. And then I fumbled around with the decor on the bar area. I just was fumbling the entire time. But now we're finally moving on to the dining space. Another room. Thankfully, not even an entirely different room. We're still downstairs. But I had to jump cut because I picked out like 4 different chairs until I landed on these ones. And like I said, I don't want to waste you guys' time on including every single detail a part of the speed build. I will show you like the process of me picking out items, but not the entire process because sometimes I just sit there confused. And nobody needs that. No one. I, of course, had to add my lovely curtains. They are my precious babies. I birthed them 5 days ago, so I had to add them. My headphones are telling me that they're about to die and I need to shut up, but we're gonna persevere. I still have like 20 minutes of voiceovering to do, so they're gonna hang in there. So, anywho, I thought I originally wanted to do this whole TV and easel thing again, but then I was like, no, this man is not watching TV. He's not. He is sitting down and reading a book. If he's not sitting down and reading a book, he is in the kitchen cooking. If he's not in the kitchen cooking, then he's probably doing work. He's not sitting and watching TV. Maybe he'll go to a bar, have a drink, but not socialize, but he's not going to sit in front of a TV. So I didn't add one. I wanted this to be pretty chill. This right here was the beginning of the end. This is where I started to burn out. This sent me to the moon and back. And then I had to do this 3 more times. So this was the beginning of the end for sure. But I wanted him to have bookshelves, and these ones were perfect for what I needed. It's just putting the books and everything on here manually drives me up the wall. And so there's like I didn't finish The Office. I did finish it, but I didn't add clutter and stuff like I did the other rooms. And that's because of these bookshelves. By the time I got to the last room, I was already tired. It was like 2 a.m. And I was like, I can't do this. I need to go to bed. I'm tired. And I still have to do my hair. So, no, 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 we're not doing this. Mm-mm. So, I hope you guys can forgive me for not finishing that room. I don't even show it in the walkthrough because it's not done. I was gonna waste your time showing it. But this is for sure, hands down, my favorite area. The downstairs in its entirety is just my favorite part of this build, and the bedroom. But this right here is peak. I am obsessed with it. I could not stop looking at it. Even after I finished it, I was like, let me just get one last look over to make sure I like everything. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna walk away. I love it so much. Also, let me just say the view, of course, is amazing. It eats. And I need to meet this man. Like, do I even want to use him for my Let's Play, or do I want my sim self to meet him? Like, do I just set him up? I'm sorry. I'm joking. A joke? Maybe? Yes, it is. It is. It's a lighthearted, jokey joke. Sorry. I just love a man with taste. I can't help it. I'm so sorry. It's not healthy, I know. Especially since he's probably toxic in some way. But I can't help it. I wanna move in tomorrow. Next Tuesday, I'm packing my bags. Okay, I need to be serious and talk about the build, but I don't even know what to say. That I'm just, I'm new here still. I know I'm supposed to talk about the build, but I don't even know what I'm supposed to talk about. I was just placing down things that I feel like he would use, and most of that has to do with books and music and vibes. That there's nothing else. I don't know how to describe stuff like this. I've been watching a lot of speed builds to get an idea, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. And then I end up just making myself laugh, which is where we're at now. And I need to shut up, but I won't, you know? And that's what you're here for. That's what you're here for. You're here for someone to talk to you and maybe make you laugh. Hee hee ha ha. So funny. And that's what I'm here for. I'm your girl. I can do that. Hopefully you laughed at least once. Maybe. Probably not. I don't know. But yeah. All right, so this is the end of the downstairs. I'm wrapping it up by putting a piano. And yes, he plays the piano. Like, come on. You expect me not to want to move in? He plays the piano. He loves to cook. He's into literature. He's standoffish. I'm down. This in the most toxic way. I'm down. I'm interested. I didn't even mention that he's into photography. Like, I can't. I'm gonna stop. I need to talk about the build, even though I don't know what to talk about. This is where I took inspiration from Pizzerine, I think that's their name on YouTube. And I just took a bit of inspiration for the layout of the second floor. The apartment itself is built very funkily. It was very frustrating for me having to figure out how to try and work around the angled walls. I was losing my mind. So I did take a bit of inspiration from their speed build, but just for the layouts, everything else I was like, decorating on my own. It was just the layout. I just want to be completely crystal clear about that. That's all. So, yes, we are on the second floor. I'm making the layout. I think it's also still different in a way. Like it's similar, but not exact. So, yes, we're on the second floor. I'm starting to do the layout, figuring out where I want things to go and all the lighting and everything. It was getting later in the night by this point, but I just pushed myself through it because I knew that if I stepped away now, I probably wouldn't come back and I need to get it done. So I just finished it and I loved it. And I was like, I can't just cut corners. I need to do this fully. I need to put my whole chest into this. And I did. And I do end up changing the color of those interior windows and that door back to black because I didn't make them gray to match the rest of the windows, but I feel like it just fits his apartment more as black, and plus it's on the inside, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I do change them back to black. Well, the door back to black, but the windows are now black. Does that make sense? I ramble too much. So yeah, this room with the amazing view and all the windows is going to be kind of like a movie slash second living room. It's just if he were to have company slash guest, this is where they would go to watch movies and have like a movie night. That's what I imagine that space to be. But I step away just to figure out where I want the bedroom and the bathrooms and stuff like that to be. And now we are moving on to said living room slash movie room. And I want this space to feel more cozy, so I do add a fireplace. It has a couple more plants. And of course, it has the beautiful large windows. So yeah, it's perfect. Do I ever get enough of saying that? I should. I could most definitely see myself just in this space for sure. I love this. I'm gonna shut up though. So, yes, I do end up placing a lot of those trees. Is that a tree? That's a tree. I do place a lot of them because I don't know, it's one of my favorites, so I use it a lot. I try to use different CC that I normally wouldn't use, but for the most part, I did and I didn't. I used a lot of the same stuff, but also didn't because I usually don't use these couches, even though I have them. So, yeah. This room on its own was very hard for me to figure out how I wanted to decorate it because it's at an angle, sort of. And it was just annoying, but I make it work. I persevere, I conquer, and I get it done. So this is what I have so far. And then I make that small nook to the left, like a reading nook. And that's the second bookshelf that I add to this build, which starts my doom. Actually, the first one started it, and the second one just sealed it because I had to do two more after that. And I was like, oh my God, please make it stop, make it end. And I don't. Here, and this one's bigger because the walls are taller on the second floor. I wanted to cry. I was like, please make it end. I can't do another bookshelf. But I did. And then off camera, I went and put some more shelves in his office. And now I have to decorate those. I hate myself. Yes, I do. To answer your question, yes. I also decided to do you and I a favor and cut out the bathrooms. You guys will see it during the build, but I'm not going to include it in the walkthrough or in the speed build. Like, I'm not going to show you me putting it together because it's just a bathroom. If you guys want to see the bathrooms, let me know and I will go back to including them. But I right now I'm just like, there's no need. I don't do anything special with my bathrooms. So yeah, I don't include them. I do love this gym though. It's really simple, but also very sleek and modern. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really like this. This looks really good. And I was just overall into it. I would work out in this gym, and I don't even hit the gym. I don't like the gym. I try to go, but I don't ever commit, and that's my problem. But I do like this gym, and maybe I would use this one. I'd like to think I would. And I think this rug seals it. It's probably not good to have like a rug inside of a gym like this, but I have it. Oh my god. I have PTSD. I hate looking at this bookshelf. Um, yes, this is where I almost lost my mind because I have to do this bookshelf. In the beginning, in the inspiration photo, you will see that the headboard of the bed was bookshelves. And since I had it as my inspiration photo, I was like, I have to commit. I have to do it. This is a part of my inspiration photo and I can do it, so I will. And I did, and I hated every second, but I love how it turned out. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter that I didn't enjoy it because it looks good to me. So there's that story. I don't even know how long I spent on the bookshelves alone, but it drove me crazy. But I love it. I'm glad I did it because it looks good. I just don't ever want to do another bookshelf, but I know I have to because I never finished that freaking library, and I have to finish that too, and I want to cry because that means more bookshelves. I might just have someone do it for me. I might just have someone do it for me. I can't do it. I can't take another bookshelf. I'm just kidding. I'll do it. But yeah, he has this little closet place. Oh my god. This is his closet area. That's what I'm trying to say, but I can't speak English to save my life. So here we are. But yes, this is where he has his little closet, and I made sure to keep everything dark and mysterious because that's who he is. He's very dark and mysterious and cool, and oh, don't talk to me. I hate people. And I love the vibes. I do. I feel like that's in every enemies to lovers, and I'm seated every time. I think that's my favorite romance trope is enemies to lovers. I hate to say it. Don't judge me. I know. I know. I hate to say it. I think that's my favorite. If not enemies to lovers, then probably not friends to lovers. I think I could pass on that. I think that's a little low on my list. Maybe Grumpy Sunshine, which I feel like also ties into enemies to lovers. So yeah, enemies to lovers is my favorite for sure. And what that says about my character, I don't know. But let me know what you guys' favorite romance trope is. I'd love to know. Maybe we can giggle and talk about it together because that's for sure mine. I like a little meanness. Only in books. Literally, if anyone is mean to me in real life, I'd cry on the spot, just fall apart and combust with tears, just spontaneously. I just, without a second thought, I just start crying. So no, I couldn't do enemies to lovers in real life unless it's like maybe like a flirtatious meanness. You know what I'm saying? Not like, ugh, what are you doing talking to me? I hate you. Like how they do Mark and Coral Island, or how they do, I think his name is Shane in Stardew Valley. Like, not that. I can't do that. I'm never talking. I'm never talking to you again. No, I can't. I can't. I just know I'm way too sensitive for that. So I couldn't do it. But I do love enemies to lovers. It's my favorite. But off topic, actually on topic because that was off topic, back on topic. We're near the end of this build. I'm just hanging up the last pieces of artwork. I don't do that small hallway over there. I'll do it off camera. I was tired. It was 2 a.m. by this point. So I just needed to hurry and get this small area done and then go to bed. And yes, I could have just finished it in the morning, but I'm also a mom. I have things to do. So yeah, this is what we have. And I'm proud of it, dang it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.